Good morning from Bryce Canyon. I had been to Bryce Canyon before, but it was a place I always wanted to do a deep dive in. And by that, I mean hike to the bottom of the canyon and immerse myself in these amazing hoodoos. The word hoodoo means to bewitch, which is what Bryce Canyon's rock formations surely do. And Bryce Canyon has the largest collection of hoodoos in the world. Limestone, siltstone, dolomite, and mudstone make up the 4 different rock types that form the Claron Formation that make up Bryce Canyon. How's that for a geology lesson? Here at Bryce Canyon, we're here late, but it's okay. It's not very busy. It's about 10 a.m. and we're going to hike. We're at Sunrise Point. We're going to hike down the Queen's Trail, and up Navajo Loop. So it's about 2.9 miles, and I'm really excited for these epic views, and the weather is perfect. Now, if this guy could just finish eating in here, we could get on the trail. I'm hoping the trail will take just a few hours, and I'm excited. The park is not a canyon. Rather, it's a spectacular series of more than a dozen amphitheaters, each of which is carved at least 1,000 feet into the chromatic limestone of the Ponsagan Plateau. Starting our trek at Sunrise Point, Queen's Garden is only 0.8 miles. This trailhead is popular due to the easy access and short distance. One of my favorite parts of visiting Bryce Canyon in early May was the fact that it wasn't too busy, at least compared to the madness that was Zion National Park, which we were at the day prior and is just over an hour away. When zigzagging down the Queen's Garden Trail, you're immediately greeted with some of the most famous views of Bryce Canyon as you descend. Pretty amazing. This is a pretty popular route and the perfect hike if you're only at Bryce Canyon for a day, like us. When I went, the snow had recently melted and shuttles were back up and running, and it definitely felt lively, but not overwhelming, which is just the way I like it. Something to remember is that although this trail is easy, it's steep at times, so be sure to wear some good shoes with traction. And also, any good hiker knows if you're hiking down, you're eventually going to have to hike back up. The portion where the Navajo Loop Trail leads to 700-year-old Douglas firs was my favorite part, and you reach it right before the switchbacks before you go up Wall Street, and it's just the coolest thing to see. At the time, I had read on the National Park website that the Wall Street part of the Navajo Loop Trail was closed due to winter conditions. However, we got really lucky and learned from a fellow hiker right before the trail forks that Wall Street had opened that day, and it was such a treat. It might be the most iconic trail in Bryce Canyon National Park, and I was just so giddy to be able to do this trail. The trail was everything I could have hoped for. The farther I walked, the more in awe I was of the park's beauty. There's something so magical about traversing through hoodoos that remind you of Mars while also witnessing large, thriving trees as you hike deeper into the canyon. Every color and texture seemingly contradicts and complements the other all at the same time. It's surreal and a definite must-see, and fast becoming one of my favorite national parks. I think I need another trip to Bryce Canyon because if I could, I tried to make it for sunrise and do all the things I missed, like driving the length of the park and going to Inspiration Point. I would love to hike Fairyland Loop Trail, a less trafficked 8-mile route, and I want to check out Mossy Cave Trail, and that's just to name a few. So I think I'll be coming back soon. Not to get all gooey on you, but Bryce Canyon holds a special place in my heart because it's the first national park that me and my boyfriend went to, and it was the first photo I ever posted online of us together. Because it's not official until it's on Instagram, am I right? And it was just really exciting for us to go and experience this park together and do all of the things like hike through the canyon and just soak up these views. So, Bryce Canyon, I think you're my new favorite. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out a lot. And be sure to keep an eye out for my next video on favorite things to do in Vegas, or check out my video about hiking the Narrows in Zion National Park, which isn't too far from this hoodoo haven. Catch you in the next one.